quiet, please?
Hi, my name is Bill Gates. I am a PC and I wear glasses. I was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington. When I was 13, my parents sent me to the Lake High School. It was at Lakeside where I first learned about computers. I was so interested in computers that my teacher let me skip math classes to work on them. The first program I wrote was a version of tic-tac-toe that allowed the user to play against the computer. I was always fascinated by how the machine perfectly executed the software code every time. There was just something neat about the machine. Me and my friends worked on computers so much that we learned everything about them. Even though we were only teenagers, a company called Computer Center Corporation gave us time on their computers in exchange for finding bugs in their software. A year later, a company called Information Services hired us to write a payroll program. My school was so impressed that they let me write a program to schedule students in classes. The first computer company I ever started was with my best friend Paul Allen. It was called Trafo Data. We wrote this program to count the cars passing by a light pole. I was only 17 years old at the time. When I graduated from high school, I took the SAT test and scored 1590 out of 1600. Only about 1 in a million kids get a score that high. That fall, I went to Harvard studying pre-law. However, I spent more time at the computer lab than I did at the law library. A year later, my best friend Paul saw a picture on the cover of Popular Electronics that would change our lives forever. It was an Altair, the world's first microcomputer kit to rival commercial models. Paul and I knew that soon everyone would have home computers and that they would need software to run on them. That's when we started Microsoft, one of the biggest computer software companies in the world. Now millions of people around the world have Microsoft programs running their computers. The success of Microsoft made me a very wealthy man, and I knew that the next chapter of my life would be about giving back to the world. That's when my wife Melinda and I started the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, because we read an article about children in poor countries dying from diseases that kids in our country did not die from. We believe in the principle that every human life has equal worth. The life of a poor child in a developing country is just as important as the life of a middle-class child in our country. We are in a unique moment in history. Science and technology have many advancements that make it possible to solve big, complicated problems like never before. We are so hopeful in these advancements that we decided to spend all the Foundation's money within the next 100 years. Now we have the opportunity to fulfill the great human promise that all lives have equal value. Today, most people know me as one of the founders of Microsoft, and my prayer is that when I die and go to heaven, more people will remember me as being one of the greatest humanitarians the world has ever seen.